Playoff parties may have one fewer dip option this year. Kraft Foods says customers may not be able to find Velveeta cheese over the next few weeks due to a shortage. A company spokesperson did not give any reasons for the lack of availability other than the shortages do happen from time to time, given the nature of manufacturing. And before you hit the panic button as you plan your NFL playoff and then Super Bowl parties, Fox 13's Matt Guerin learned some alternatives to using Velveeta as Tom's Tiny Kitchen made a stop at our Fox 13 studios.
Well, some alarming news there from Kristen, but not to worry. We have some experts, local experts on the subject here. Tom Flournoy and Thomas Whitehead from Tom's Tiny Kitchen. So, first off, let's get to this shortage. You think this is the real deal or maybe just a big publicity stunt?
Well, actually, it's a little bit of both. It is kind of based on some truth, and I think if anything, they may have embellished a little bit, but last summer, Kraft did close down the plant where they made Velveeta and opened up an entirely new facility. So they anticipated some production shortages, but that was more in the fall. They informed their customers, they informed a lot of grocery stores in October through December that they were anticipating these shortages. So that is true, but the fact I think they waited for the publicity till after the holidays. Right now, they're in football season, they're in the playoffs, right before Super Bowl happens, where they have like a huge spike in people buying their product and wanting, cheese dip. So I think that the PR part of it is, it's a little bit of nostalgia because everyone's like, oh no, I have so many great memories of Velveeta. It's very similar to what happened last year with Twinkies and with the closing of Twinkie production. So I think it reminds people, wow, I do love that brand. And it's able to do that. Not to mention...
You talk about brands. We got a great local brand here,
yes,
right? Tom's Tiny Kitchen, pimento cheese. And you guys got some alternatives, right?
Absolutely.
You don't need that Velveeta necessarily. Tell us what you guys have.
Okay, well, Tom, why don't you take over from here, what we got?
Well, this is actually Thomas's recipe, and it starts with pimento cheese, Tom's Tiny Kitchen pimento cheese. We use about a pound, right, Thomas?
Yes.
So that's the cheese here. You guys have it.
That's right.
It's all over town.
It's all over town, yeah.
And you have a few different kinds?
Well, we have the Chipotle, which has a little heat, and we have the classic.
Okay. What are you using today?
We use the Chipotle.
Okay.
And then what you do is you brown a pound of
the ground
sausage,
beef there? Okay.
And
sausage.
a pound of sausage, and put a little Worcestershire sauce in it. And once it's browned, and put a little salt, just a dab of salt.
So that's pretty easy stuff. I mean, this is something anyone can do at home, right?
Absolutely. Even I can do it.
All right.
And then you put it in the crock pot with the pimento cheese, stir it around, and leave it for about an hour or so. And it truly is delicious.
So, Thomas, we got a lot of meat in this, and it seems like pretty good stuff. But what about the vegetarians out there? Are there any alternatives?
Good question. Yes, I've actually made this before with having a portobello mushroom base, and you can basically do about 2 pounds of that, which is similar to having 2 pounds of the sausage. You can also throw in some tofu or tofurkey, if you will, but have that as a base and add some onions, some spinach, tomatoes, any other kind of vegetables with that, and just mix it all together. Still add the Worcestershire, a veggie-based Worcestershire, and it works well.
So you could have a lot of fun with this recipe.
Absolutely.
Some different types of it.
I've had so many parties where people just devour it, so I can attest to that.
Well, if you serve this at your Super Bowl party, I don't think you'll care who wins the game. This is that good. It really is.
So you guys have been around, what, a little over 2 years now?
Yeah, about 2.5 years. We started selling at the farmers markets, and now we're in essentially all the grocery stores in Memphis.
And you really kind of were forced into this. You had a great product, and you started making some food after you lost a job.
I lost my job, couldn't find one, needed to find a way to make a living, and started selling at farmers market.
All right, let's taste this real quick. You say the Fritos are the
yeah,
way
that's
to
the
go?
one I would try.
Grab some.
Go ahead.
All right, let me get in there. Try some of this dip. Again, Tom's Tiny Kitchen. It's the pimento cheese dip here. We're going to put the recipe on our MyFox Memphis page, on our Facebook page. That's good stuff. I'm not having that at my Super Bowl party.
Great.
All right, guys, thanks so much for coming in today. Good to see you. Kristen,
Thank you.
Back to you.